Yeah. In stereo. Mina?
Mike, you're alive, thank God. You need to get out of there now.
Bedside manner sucks. Mina, I found Shahid.
You're in danger. You need to get out of Saudi Arabia.
But Halbek... the missiles...
Mike, Halbek is the one that sent the missiles to your location. I think they wanted to erase the evidence of the missiles entirely. And you along with it.
Great, so now I'm reduced to being evidence? How did they get these coordinates?
That's the other problem. I think they have someone inside Alpha Protocol. And whoever it is fed them the coordinates for the missile strike.
That's pretty dramatic of you. Considering what I've seen about Halbek's satellite system on the news, they could have been monitoring the area.
The targeting information was precise, Mike. And the missile logged on within seconds of you contacting us.
So you're saying someone assigned to Saudi Arabia? I don't have to tell you, that's a short list.
I know, Mike. That's why no one knows I'm talking to you right now.
Is there a way to track down who had access to my coordinates?
Not yet. You were my first priority.
How long will it take you to find out?
I'll keep trying to gather information. But I don't know how long it'll take. And I don't have clearance for all parts of the facility.
Fine. So I need to get back to base. Can you get any choppers out here?
Mike, you can't come back.
What?
You're rogue. I checked the feeds. They've already sent out notifications to the intelligence agencies about your status. If they find you, they'll give you up to the government. If they don't kill you first.
Wait, what about Alpha Protocol? That's what the agency is for. To allow agents to carry out ops like this.
It's to allow the government to deny ops like this. So that if they're exposed, they can say they had no involvement. Mike, you're on your own. Alpha Protocol's the only thing protecting you right now.
I'm still analyzing the information I got from Shahid, but so far it checks out. He's been busy. So is Halbek.
So there was a connection between Al-Samad and Halbek.
Looks that way. But what worries me is why. According to this, Halbek's got 3 targets. Taipei, Rome, and Moscow. Transmitting the information now. Looks like the missiles were shipped through Moscow. Halbek's got a distributor there. Or had. As for Rome, it looks like an Al-Samad cell was activated. But I don't know why. And in Taipei, Ronald Sung, the president of Taiwan. Someone's been ordered to assassinate him.
This doesn't make sense. What does Halbek hope to gain?
A profit. Halbek wants to raise global tensions, spark a Cold War, and turn the world into their private marketplace.
They'll be able to secure military contracts and a steady consumer base for their weapons for years to come. If they succeed.
Would be nice if I could actually tell someone. I mean besides you.
No one will listen, Mike. Not only are you rogue, but Halbek's gotten inside Alpha Protocol somehow. If you're caught...
I know. Execution, imprisonment, possibly another lecture by Westridge. I'm on my own.
No, not exactly. They used you. But we can use Alpha Protocol. There's so many levels of secrecy to it. Not even the staff know all the resources the program has.
Like?
Safe houses, weapons. If you're going after these targets, you'll need a base of operations in each city. I can dig up some spots that aren't listed in any records.
Like this one?
Better. I think. It sounds like you're going after these targets then.
Just because they tried to drop a missile on me doesn't mean I'm giving up on my mission. If Halbek's trying to manipulate world events, it's my responsibility to stop them. Also, I don't like that they used me to do their dirty work, sending me to kill Shahid and get their merchandise back. No way am I letting them get away with that.
Judging from the data, Mike, it may be a good thing. If Halbek's trying to cause a Cold War...
They've made a mistake. They're going to cause a real one.
The reporter. The photographer?
Scarlet.
You met her leaving Saudi, then in Taipei. But after that, we lost track of her.
Was that a question? If so, it's classified.
I always wondered how you two happened to meet. Coincidence?
I don't know.
wouldn't believe the day I've had.
I think I've got you beat.
You ever been a pushy woman in the heart of Arabia?
Once, lost a bet.
Cute.
Yeah.
You could keep that up the entire flight, I bet.
Did you already have plans?
I was going to invite you to slow down.
Sorry, I get a little antsy before flights. Last time I was in an airplane, it wasn't the smoothest trip.
I can relate. I've spent far too much time on planes lately.
What are you doing in this lovely part of the world, if you don't mind me asking?
You first.
I'm in the oil business. My father's been pushing me towards politics, but all I really want to do is manage a baseball team.
That sounds familiar.
It does.
Think you're the first oil guy I've sat next to?
So that's me. How about you? Those your legs?
Other page.
Cover story by Scarlet Lake.
I heard she's on this flight.
Photojournalism. Isn't that a bit dangerous, Scarlet?
If there's no risk, it's not important.
By the way, I'm Mike.
Here, call me. I have a lot of contacts in the area. Maybe we can work out a trade. If you should hear anything, of course.
If I hear anything juicy, you're the first person I'll call.
I appreciate that. You know, there's something about you. Makes me think I might just be sitting next to a headline.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm just a normal guy.
Are you sure?
Mostly.
Okay, if you say so.
Bad things happen to all kinds of people. You might get lucky.
I think I'll keep an eye on you regardless.
I'd appreciate that. Limited access, secure building, high-speed internet. This'll work just fine.
Anything else?
Like...
Like the view?
Oh yeah, could be a sniper risk. I might have to put up heavy curtains.
Always the professional, Mike. All right, down to business then. Do you have a plan of attack for Moscow?
It's amazing how much the promise of a trip to Gitmo can loosen people's tongues.
Not exactly a win friends and influence people approach, but it might get you somewhere. What will you follow up on first?
Not sure yet. The missile launchers were moved through Leningradsky Station. There might be intel there. I've also got a CIA informant codenamed Grigori, and a mob underboss called Lazo.
Finding those missiles is important, although more information would be helpful. But from his file, Grigori looks like the type who would sell information about you to interested parties. Lazo might be able to provide some leads too.
Getting the lay of the land would be helpful. I'd rather not walk into an ambush if I can help it.
Smart plan. Call me when you have anything.
Lazo has been terminated. Move out.
What the hell's going on here? What, nothing to say? I'm getting tired of your attitude. Gonna tell me what you and your friends were doing here, or do I have to beat it out of you? Don't. You reach for a weapon, you're dead.
Mike, are you still there?
I'm here.
Someone was jamming the frequency. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like something's interfering with the transmission. Or... Great. You guys again. And I take it you're the leader? I ran into a little friend of yours tonight, hanging out with your G-22 buddies. She's quite the little firecracker, although she doesn't talk much. Well, except with those pistols of hers.
That would be my bodyguard, sis. And I know you spared her life. That's why I'm calling.
I didn't want to fight her. I was only there for Lazo. But she didn't give me much choice.
It was under my orders, Mike. But I didn't realize you would be there. Else, I would have instructed sis to behave differently.
So should I ask what G-22 is doing in Moscow? You guys sure seem to get around.
It's a rather long answer, Mike. One I'd like to discuss more, if you'd be up for it.
Is your bodyguard invited? If so, I'll need body armor.
I'm afraid it's required she be present. We're not supposed to be apart. It's how G-22 operates in the field. But like you, I tend to bend the rules for the sake of the greater good. I'll leave the choice up to you, but I can't wait long. If you want to discuss your future, then meet me at the following coordinates. It isn't far. And come alone.
Alright. But I better not be walking into an ambush. And tell Sis to keep her distance.
I will do so. I will not wait long, Mike. So if you want to speak to me, you'll have to do it soon.
Beautiful night. Let's not ruin it by shooting each other.
It's all right, Sis. Hello, Mike. No trouble finding the place, I hope?
No. I was curious why you wanted to talk in person. Telemarketing through the video screen seemed more your style.
Sometimes. At the moment, I'd rather show a little more trust in each other. You spared Sis's life. For that, you have my thanks.
Sorry it came to that. I didn't want to fight her, but the situation didn't leave much time for talking. Although she's not much of a talker, I take it.
She's a mute. Let's walk. Sis will make sure we're not interrupted.
Alright. So, what did you want to talk about?
I know to all outward appearances you're a rogue agent. I also know about Alpha Protocol, and in your case, it's being used for its intended purpose.
It wasn't my choice, really. One of my associates made the decision for me.
I disagree. You had other options, I'm sure. Did enacting Alpha Protocol change your mission?
No.
Then you should be proud of your accomplishment.
What accomplishment?
It's not often that one gets to turn the tools of their own government against them, and for the right reasons. And Alpha Protocol? It is a powerful tool.
Between Halbeck and you, I'm beginning to feel like everyone knows about Alpha Protocol.
It may seem that way. I'd argue you're simply traveling in a smaller circle here, on the fringe of international politics.
Is that what G-22 is? On the fringe of international politics?
No. We have aspirations, as does any government. But we believe that agendas are accomplished by careful study and observation. If the status quo is disrupted, it makes predicting triggers and events more difficult.
You sound like one of the analysts of Alpha Protocol I know.
Alpha Protocol has always had someone in that role. It helps them function as intended, no matter what iteration of the program. It's an odd thing. A government-sponsored program whose purpose is to prevent being policed by its own government. Now, what kind of foundation is that for a country?
I guess you have to trust your country and act in its best interests.
Do you trust your country?
I do. I believe in the mission.
I propose we become allies.
What, I'd become a member of G-22?
No. I propose we cooperate. You will find that as extensive as Alpha Protocol's leftover safe houses and gadgets are, well, G-22 has access to much more.
And the price?
Let us say I owe you. You've already paid me, in the only currency I value. What do you say?
All right. I need all the friends I can get. And for some reason, I trust you.
You won't regret it, Mike. We're out of time, I'm afraid. Thank you for listening to me, Mike. I know you have a great deal of work ahead of you.
Albatross, I need to know something.
Yes. What?
This business with Halbeck. I can still prevent it, right? There's a way to stop them. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Mike, it never does.